Marcus, you arrived in Boston when you were 20. You spent nearly a decade here. In what ways did the city shape who you've become?
Oh, wow. Right off the bat, huh? Oh, man. Boston is it's definitely a second home for me. I spent a little bit over half my life here, almost. Like you said, I got here when I was 20. I'm now about to be turning 30 in March, so I can go on all day about everything that I've experienced here, but just the way that Boston took me in. We all know playing in this city isn't the easiest, and there's plenty of times where they let us know about it, especially me. So, but everything is always great here, and I speak for everybody, opposing team and guys who have played here, that it's nothing like playing in this place and playing in this city and with these fans. And they allowed me to grow. They allowed me to see a different side of myself, and they watched me become a man. So my favorite thanks will always be here, but they definitely have shaped my life, and in many ways than one.
And then this is a fan base that can't wait to celebrate you tonight. What is your message to them? What do you want them to know?
Oh, thank you guys. I love you guys, and forever. You guys will always be in my heart, and Boston will always be here. So never forgotten, and thank you, like I said.
Marcus, what's it like walking in here and walking into a different locker room?
Ooh, smaller. It's different. We all know, but it's unique. I was able for 9 years to sit in that locker room and experience the home crowd, and I always have to hear about opposing teams coming in here and the difference and what they feel. So the uniqueness of being able to be on that side now to understand how much power playing in the Garden really has.
And coming back with a different team, what do you tell your current teammates about like this city, this environment? Like, is there something that you can take trying to build something in Memphis that you can take from here and kind of teach them?
Definitely. I'm constantly talking to those guys. They're constantly asking questions. They're a young group, and they want to be the best that they can be. And they saw a group of guys, put our sweat and tears into trying to do that, and going to multiple Eastern Conference and having a championship run under our belt. Obviously, not the result we wanted, but we got there. And so I'm definitely constantly talking to those guys with my experience, what I went through with this team in Boston, and what we've experienced, and that allows me to help keep the team, in a positive mindset, especially with everything that's going on with us now, and it kind of eases the blow of knowing that and understanding that somebody's here who's done it, who's still trying to do it, and get to the place that we want to be. At least now we have somebody on our side that knows what that feeling is, and use his experience to the best of our ability, and they've been soaking it all in. So it's an honor to play with those guys. It's an honor to play with this team, and hopefully, I can be back on the court sooner.
Welcome back, Marcus. Santi said you talked to the team for 10 minutes before the last game, just sharing different tips and insights about playing the Celtics. So what are you able to tell them in terms of the guys who are going onto the court, in terms of the advice you have for playing against them?
Just go out there and play. I mean, we're playing against a really good team, a group of guys out there that, have a lot of experience at doing this. And, we're obviously, playing with the cards that are dealt, but these guys have worked their tails off. And I'm just excited to see them go out there and be able to let the world see, what they're able to do, and just play. Things aren't going to be perfect, but they worked hard, and just go out there and let everybody see what you've been doing. And that's kind of what I've been telling them, and it's been working. Those guys have been playing really well.
You talked over the summer just how close you and Jalen got over the course of his career. He said in Memphis, when he first got here, he couldn't stand you, and then he learned to love you. What was that process like, just in terms of how that evolved over time here?
It was mutual. Definitely mutual. But no, we all know, we all have siblings, and those of us who don't understand from the ones who do, that it's a constant battle. It's not every day that I like you, but I love you every day. And that's kind of how, me and Jalen's relationship and these other guys here has evolved. It might not have started off, perfect, but, we went through the storm together and we were able to come out on the other end and see the rainbow on the other side, the pot of gold. So, like he said, at first it wasn't all peaches, but we love each other to this day, and that's my brother for life.
Marcus, over the last 4 or 5 years, I guess, you've been a big part of the development for this team, especially like Jalen and Jason kind of ascending into their leadership roles. So how does it feel from afar to see the way that things are going this year, them really at the front of the league and the team kind of playing its best basketball?
It's amazing to see, for me, to see my brothers, all around in every sport, doing what they love to do and doing it exceptionally well at a very elite level. But especially this group of guys, it's a special relationship I've built with these guys. And, I've seen these guys take a lot of criticism over the years. And I'm just happy for them to finally, clicking and getting it together because I had the pleasure of seeing it every day. You guys had the pleasure of only seeing it for a certain amount of time. And that's on a basketball court. So I'm very ecstatic for those guys, and I'm happy for them.
And then the Hero Among Us Award, you've seen that given out 1 million times. So what would it feel like to actually receive that? And just everything you did off the court here, from like the big stuff to even just the little stuff, what did that mean to you?
It'll be an honor. It'll be a big honor for me. I pride myself on, being more than just a basketball player. And I think, being here in this city of Boston has really opened that field for me to really show who I am as a person. And I think the things I do off the court really show that. And, to be honored of something of that prestige award here would be definitely an honor to me. So I'm looking forward to it.
Marcus, you mentioned you were ecstatic for these guys and what they've been able to achieve so far this year. Is there any part of you that's had a kind of difficulty reconciling that you wanted to be a part of this and that you wanted to obviously win a championship with this group? And has there been any difficulty for you in that?
Oh, of course. I mean, when you come that close, and then you have to leave. You definitely, anybody in this position would definitely, it'd be hard to fathom that and try to wrap your head around it. But at the end of the day, like I said, it doesn't stop how I feel about those guys. And just as much as I think I deserve it, they deserve it as much as well. So that's why I say I am ecstatic for those guys, because they've worked just as hard and they deserve it just as much as I do.
Marcus, I often said, it had seemed like you were year 6, but it seemed like you had been here 12 years. Like you seemed like you've been here 20 years when it was only 9. Have you had a chance to reflect on all the ups and downs, being part of the organization's growth? Like you said, the Eastern Conference Finals, the injuries you went through, not playing, never probably being completely healthy, and then in the times, the tough times, losing your mom. Have you had the chance to reflect or take a deep breath over the last few months and just kind of reflect on your time here?
I don't think I fully have. I've had moments and spurts, but fully no. It's been real hectic for me. It seems like every time I'm coming back from an injury now, I get hurt again, and a lot of stuff personal that I've been dealing with. But I haven't had time to just really sit down. But I think, once I do get that time, though, I will do that. And I'm sure it's going to be crying, a lot of laughter, but it's going to be all great feelings at the end of the day.
Marcus, I know you talked about it at the time, but what have the past few months been like to get to the point where you were able to kind of move on? And, I'm sure there was those initial feelings of hurt and frustration, but then, you have a new opportunity, looking back at the positive things we're here. What was kind of the healing process like for you, just kind of internally, of getting back to a good spot again?
Oh, wow. I mean, it was, like I said, between getting married and the wedding and everything, excuse me, personally that I've been dealing with, it's helped me cope. It did, and it definitely hurt, but it didn't hurt as hard as I thought it would, because of that. You know, and like I said, I understand business and I understand this business, and tell people to this day, if it was me, I'd make the same business decision as well. All I asked was that, you know, could have gave a heads up or just a simple, hey, been here 9 years. We just want to let you know this is what's going on. Perfect. You know, at the end of the day, I'm a businessman as well. And so that's what it was. The hurt really come from, you know. But like I said, I was able to keep my mind off of it. There's no ill will towards the organization, towards my teammates, towards the coaching staff. I love everybody, and I'm thankful to have had the opportunity to play with those guys.
Marcus, right here. Obviously, the Young Game Changers Foundation speaks for itself in what you did here in Boston. How important was it for you to hit the ground running the same way in Memphis with the events you guys had a couple months back? And then secondly, you're due for evaluation in a couple of weeks. How are you feeling, and what's your mindset there?
Yeah, it was critical for me to hit the ground running in Memphis. Just for the simple fact that's who I am. And I built a legacy out here in Boston, and I wanted to live up to that name, the Young Game Changer. I wanted to continue to change lives in multitudes of ways, and one of the best ways I know is with my personality and me being me and helping in any way I can, and that's giving my service and my time. So it was definitely critical for me to hit the ground running in Memphis and keep that going. And I'm coming up for evaluation. The finger's fine. It's getting there. It's a little different injury. As we all know, I'm kind of prone to those injuries. They're a little freaky. So I'm taking my time with it. We want to get this thing right. So we'll see how I feel and go from there. Thank you guys once again. Appreciate you.